Hey, welcome to another video. So today we're going to be going into the High Celebrant of XIVU ARATH, but before I begin, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, links in the description, and consider becoming a join member or sending a super thanks if you wish to further support the channel. Otherwise, let's jump straight into it. The High Celebrant, a powerful ascendant hive knight, was appointed by XIVU ARATH, the god of war, to forge a new army of Wrathborn across the Sol system. This army, empowered through cryptoliths, aimed to corrupt various factions, including Fallen, Cabal, and other hive broods, into servitude under XIVU ARATH's war-driven ideology. These cryptoliths were scattered across various locations, including the Moon, the Dreaming City, and the Tangled Shore, where they spread corruption and summoned the Wrathborn to serve the God of War's purposes. XIVU ARATH seized an opportunity when her sister Savathun, the Witch Queen, went into hiding after her interference with the Witness's plans. The absence of Savathun left a power vacuum, and XIVU ARATH took this moment to assert her control over the Hive and the Sol system. Tasked with overseeing the creation of the Wrathborn and eliminating any opposition, the High Celebrant played a pivotal role in spreading XIVU ARATH's influence. Through the use of the cryptoliths, the High Celebrant corrupted Hive, Fallen, and Cabal forces alike, transforming them into Wrathborn who worshipped the God of War. During one key event, the Hidden Swarm of the Moon, led by the High Celebrant, gathered at the Enduring Abyss, a location where XIVU ARATH's will was the strongest. Among the assembly were Crota's daughters Vosher and Kinox, along with the entire Scarlet Court. As the High Celebrant oversaw the ritual to commune with XIVU ARATH, the warlock Osiris arrived, disrupting the ceremony and bringing a devastating assault with his light powers. Many of the noble Hive, including Vosher and Kinox, were obliterated by Osiris's light-infused powers, but the High Celebrant stood unscathed. In a final confrontation with Osiris, the High Celebrant tried to enthrall the warlock into becoming a Wrathborn, utilizing the cryptoliths and the powers of the Hive. As Osiris fought back against the dark corruption, the High Celebrant attempted to complete a ritual to offer him as a sacrifice to XIVU ARATH. Despite his efforts, Osiris managed to escape, aided by the sacrifice of his ghost Sagira, who gave her life to protect him from the Celebrant's ritual. Following the defeat of the Scarlet Court, the High Celebrant's next target was Savathun, who had assumed the guise of Osiris in an effort to hide from XIVU ARATH's wrath. The High Celebrant tracked Osiris to the Hellmouth on Luna, where the cryptic power of the cryptoliths continued to grow, strengthening the Wrathborn army. Upon learning of the situation, Commander Zavala sent the Guardian to assist the supposedly lightless Osiris. As the Guardian arrived at the Shrine of Oryx, they encountered the High Celebrant, who used his mastery of the Ascendant Realm to teleport and summon waves of Hive and Fallen Wrathborn to slow the Guardian's progress. Eventually, the Celebrant retreated into the Ascendant Plane, but the Guardian was able to force a final encounter. Despite its initial defeat, the High Celebrant continued to elude capture, hiding within the Dreaming City. After weeks of Wrathborn hunts across the system, the Hunter Crow managed to track the Celebrant down with the help of the upgraded Cryptolith lure. The Guardian and Crow set out to confront the High Celebrant and end its reign of terror once and for all. Their journey took them to the Harbinger's Seclude, where they activated the lure to draw the High Celebrant out of hiding. When the Celebrant finally appeared, it immediately began teleporting between the Material and Ascendant planes, summoning Wrathborn reinforcements in a desperate attempt to starve off the Guardians. The battle became a frantic chase, with the Celebrant fleeing through the portals into the Ascendant plane, forcing the Guardians to follow its trail of destruction. As the battle escalated, the High Celebrant opened new rifts, attempting to escape once again. However, with the assistance of Crow, the Guardians were able to prevent the Celebrant's retreat, leading to an intense final battle. The final encounter took place in the heart of the Dreaming City, where the High Celebrant summoned both Hive and Fallen Wrathborn, including a massive Wrathborn ogre. The Guardians, empowered by the Wrathful buff, fought through waves of enemies to corner the Celebrant once more. As the battle reached its peak, the High Celebrant tried to flee yet another Ascendant rift, but Crow, using the power of the lure, trapped the Celebrant long enough for the Guardian to strike the killing blow, finally ending its corrupting influence. In the mission Trail of the Hunted, players must track down the High Celebrant, who has cornered the lightless Osiris in the Hellmouth. Upon arriving in Archer's Line, players must navigate through the Hive-infested areas and confront the High Celebrant at the Shrine of Oryx, where it is protected by a powerful shield. After defeating the Wrathborn Hive waves, the Celebrant retreats into the Ascendant Plane and players must follow, battling more enemies in a race against time to rescue Osiris. In the Coup de Grace mission, the Cryptolith lure is fully upgraded, and players, alongside Crow, journey to the Dreaming City to confront the High Celebrant. The Celebrant appears, teleporting between the material and the ascendant planes, summoning Wrathborn in an attempt to delay the Guardians. Players must utilize the Wrathful buff to weaken the Celebrant's defenses, eventually following its trail into the ascendant plane, where a final battle takes place. In this phase, the Celebrant summons even more powerful Wrathborn reinforcements, including a Barrier Knight champion and a Wrathborn ogre. After defeating the Celebrant's minions and preventing its escape, the Guardian and Crow corner the High Celebrant for a final showdown, culminating in the death of the Celebrant and the destruction of its Wrathborn army. But what did you guys think of the High Celebrant of XIVU ARATH? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Sith Citadel Discord, links in the description, and consider becoming a join member or sending a super thanks if you wish to further support the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.